Welcome to RETROVERSE83.
RETROVERSE83 here. I had posted a post on Facebook talking about my logo, and I wanted to have this discussion with you guys about what my logo means and represents. So it's play, work, and pray. And as y'all know, that the logo is in the shape of the Blockbuster logo. Who remembers Blockbuster? This guy here. I was there almost every Friday, and when I worked at, I used to work at Walmart a long time ago, and I used to go to Blockbuster because it was right across the street, and I would go there on my lunch break and just hang out, chill out, look at the games, the movies, you know, the new things, the new releases. But first and foremost, I want to say this, is that I put God first in everything. I'm a firm believer in faith. I'm a firm believer in forgiveness and love and mercy. It's all about the mercy of God that I'm here today, and I'm so thankful that God has given me this opportunity to just do things and just to make videos and to share with the world the nostalgic, to share with the world the things that I like. Because, you know, it's not about being competitive with anybody, because I know that there's a lot of guys out there, and I follow a lot of guys. Retro Rick's #1. He's the one that really inspired me to do these things, and me and my daughter, and I love that guy. He's just simply amazing. Riff, Phoenix Resell, they're all super awesome YouTubers, and I want to be like that one day, and hopefully one day can open up my own little place. You know, it doesn't have to be anything big. It can be at an antique mall and have our own little booth or something, and just sell retro things, or not even sell, just share it with people, you know, so they can come look at it. And but God first, and I'm a firm believer in that. And this whole thing is about, it's faith-based, and it's not just about sharing nostalgic and retro things. It's about at least reaching the soul. And I'm not ashamed of who I am, because that's who I am. And I put God first in everything. If it's me waking up in the morning to go to work, because God knows that we need the strength to carry on each and every day. And if I'm mowing the lawn, I'm always constantly praying to the Lord. You know, I need God every day in my life, because He's the one that makes it possible for anything to happen. And I think sometimes we get really caught up and we get a little distracted in life, and we just forget how good God is. So that's first in this whole thing that God makes it all possible. I don't ever want to forget God. So the logo, it's play, work, and pray. So play, has a big thing into it, because it's about video games and retro video games and nostalgic toys, so vintage toys and VHSs and laser disc. Who remembers the laser disc? This guy. I want one, but they're so expensive. So but play, it's about the whole controller, playing the old retro games. Who thinks that the 360 is retro? It's a little retro, it's not that bad. But it's really about the play. And I remember growing up in the 90s. I was born in 1983, and I'm 40 years old. I'll be 41 next year. But I remember playing with the old vintage toys and the old video games. My dad bought us the Nintendo Entertainment System for Christmas, the deluxe edition. It came with Mario, Duck Hunt, and the Super Pad, or the Power Pad, I think that's what it was called. And I remember playing those things. I remember playing with the superpower figures, Superman, Batman, Lex Luthor, Hawkman. I remember playing with He-Man, Ghostbusters, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Silverhawks, Dino Riders. I remember playing with them things, Batman figures. Those things mean a lot to me. And I remember playing with these toys, and Godzilla was my biggest thing that I liked growing up. So it's really about the play. And I'm 40 and I still play games. I still play the old classic Super Nintendo. I have a Super Nintendo Entertainment Center right over there with a lot of games. Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2. Speaking of Donkey Kong Country, I remember when Donkey Kong Country came out, we went to Blockbuster on a Saturday morning. My dad woke us up and got in the truck, took us to Blockbuster Video, And we were there, I think, 15 minutes before it opened. There was like 3 or 4 cars, about 5 cars out there waiting for the store to open, because that's when they were going to release Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo. So my dad took us there, and as soon as the doors opened, we went in there. They had at least maybe 15, 16 copies of Donkey Kong Country. I was one of them, to rent the game, and came with the instruction manual when games had instruction manuals, and played it. I played that game until I conquered it, and I beat it in Donkey Kong Country. So that's play, that's what this whole thing's about. And work, we have to work hard. If it's in our physical work, our job, if it's here at home, we have to work hard, work in the gym hard. That's just the passion that we gotta have, because in order to make these videos and to do these things, to reach out to other people and to share these things with people, we have to work at it, and we can't give up. We got to keep moving forward, and we got to stay that road, that course to it. I work a full-time job. We have church where we work in the ministry at church, and then we come here, and we just got involved with a new ministry, which is pretty cool. That's going to be coming up pretty soon, and we will talk about that in another episode. But I'm really excited about it. We went to a class this morning, and we're going to be certified to work with the ACTS program for just a recovery for people that are brokenhearted and things like that. So we're pretty excited about that. So we're going to have that on our list. And I come home and make these videos for you guys. So it's all possible. It's then I got my merch coming out, and we're still working on it. We've had a little ups and downs with it, but we have a few shirts made, and some people have already wanted some, so that's awesome too. So it's all working out, but we got to work hard at everything we do. Work hard, be the best at what you can do. It's not about a competition, but you got to be the best. If it's at church, you be the best worshiper, you be the best praiser. If you're playing a game, you be the best game player. If it's working out, you be the hardest worker in that room. That's my motto right there. So, and pray. We have to pray every day. We got to seek the kingdom of God. We got to pray to the Lord for God to help us, strengthen us, guide us, protect us each and every day in this cruel world, to be a light to people. If it's physically people at your job, I'm not ashamed to witness to people. I'm not ashamed to tell people about the gospel. I'm not ashamed to represent who I am, because we're here only because of Him. So, but that's what it's all about, man. It's I want to be a faith-based retro person, and I just want to give people the chance to see the retro and the nostalgic things. And I know that this is kind of a different kind of video, but I just wanted to explain what the whole logo's about, because it's about playing, working, and praying. And the whole Blockbuster, everybody loved Blockbuster in the 90s. I kind of heard that they're making a comeback. I'm not sure. Their website is up and running for some apparent reason, so let's pray and see if Blockbuster is going to come back, so we can start renting movies again and games, and looking at the popcorn, and they had a lot of cool merchandise. I want a hat. I found one on eBay, but it's a lot of money. But I just wanted to share this video with you guys, and to let y'all know that I want to just share with the world about nostalgic, retro, and vintage things, because it's still out there, and I want to bring it back, because we soon forget what the things that we've grown up with. And when we go to a flea market or a antique mall and see a Walkman or an old record that we grew up with, the memories come back. If you find that old Pee Wee Herman doll, if you find the Steve Urkel doll, if you find the Ernest doll, if you find just books that you grew up with, and just different vintage t-shirts and movies, and the Garbage Pail Kids, who remembers that? But I just wanted to give back to the community and just let people know that nostalgia is still there, and Retroverse is here. And I want to grow on YouTube. I want people to like my page. It's a passion that I have, and it's a vision that I have, that I think that it can happen. I don't think I know it can happen, because we've come this far. What do you know? I know it's not a lot of subscribers, but when I started, I think I had like 6 or 7, but now I have 33. So y'all subscribe, and thank y'all for y'all's time. Retroverse out.